Hi beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Nelly. If this is your first time here, you're absolutely welcome. So in today's video, I'll be talking about how to transfer to a Japanese university. So this video is under the study in Japan category. So if this is something you're interested in, then keep watching. So who is this video for? So this video is for anyone who wants to leave their current university to move into another university. So let's say, for example, when you enrolled into your university, you were expecting something from your university, and now your university is not really giving you what you thought you were going to get. So you can transfer to another university. Or it's also for anyone who is currently not enjoying the program they are doing at their university and they want to move to another program without having to reapply and then start again from the first year. So let's say, for example, you decided to study maybe business administration, and then now you don't really have a passion for it. Like now that you're in the class, you're taking the courses, you're seeing that business administration is really not your thing. Maybe you really want to do linguistics, and then judging from the way your university runs, you've seen that if you want to do linguistics, you cannot really switch from your current department to do linguistics, except you have to reapply again and then start from the first year, which is something you don't really want to do. So you just tell yourself that rather than reapplying and starting from the first year, I would just try to finish, even though you're not enjoying the program. It's also for anyone who has studied in the university before for like 2 years, but then they did finish their program, and then fast forward to a couple of years later, they are intending to get to the university, or they are thinking of going to the university, but then the thought of going to start again from the first year is just kind of discouraging them from going to start. So if you fall under any of these three categories, then I recommend that you listen keenly and you probably take down some notes, because I have some very important information to share here for you. And even if you don't fall under any of these categories, I'll still recommend that you watch this video, because in the words of Francis Bacon, knowledge is power. So you never can tell. One day you might find someone who falls under these categories, and then you can just tell them, oh, I watched this video and this is what I learned from the video. So these are the steps you can take. Let's proceed. So before we get into talking about transfers, first of all, there are some points to note or points to consider when transferring to another university. The very first thing that you should note is that some of your credits will not transfer with you. So let's say, for example, you did maybe, okay, let's just say chemistry. You did chemistry, and then now you are thinking of moving to linguistics. So like the first year courses of chemistry, like chemistry students have to take like some general courses. Those ones would be able to transfer with you. But your chemistry courses, your inorganic chemistry, your bioinorganic chemistry, your physical chemistry courses will not have any part to play in the linguistics department, and vice versa. So just note that some of your credits will not transfer with you. So bear that in mind. And based on the fact that some of your credits will not transfer with you, you might have to take a lot of courses within a short period of time in order for you to graduate in the 2 years that you're spending in the new university. So also bear that in mind. Like your course load might be a lot for the 2 years you might have to spend. And also, when it comes to social life, it might be difficult to make friends, because depending on the university you go to or the environment that you are transferring to, it might be difficult to make friends. Let's say, for example, you're moving into the third year. Most of these students have known themselves from the first year until the second year, and then you just coming to the new university in the third year. It might be so difficult for them to warm up to you and for you to really make friends. So just bear that in mind. But if you're someone who is just like, I didn't come here to make friends, I came to study and to pass and to get good grades and to graduate, then maybe it will not really be a problem to you. But if you're like a social butterfly, then it might be a little bit of a problem. Anyway, the next one is that not all departments accept transfers. So yes, You might be intending to transfer to another department, but then the department in that university doesn't accept transfer, so you should also bear that in mind. And then the last one is that you might only be able to get into the third year even if you have already done 3 years of years. Oh my god, there's a mistake there. But anyway, even if you've already done 3 years of schooling, you might only be able to transfer into the third year. So let's say, for example, you studied for 3 years, you might only be able to get into the third year. And to be quite honest, what I'll tell you, if you're already in the third year and you have just 1 year to graduate, see, just try. Just put it together and then just graduate. When you're done with the program, you can always do your master's in something else or do a postgraduate diploma in something else. But if you're already in the third year and then it's just left 1 more year, there's no need transferring, except if like you really have very strong reasons why you should transfer, then of course you should. But if it's just like that, you don't enjoy the program and then you've been able to manage until the third year, I will personally advise myself, if I'm in the situation, to just struggle until I finish. But if it's something that you cannot bear, then you should proceed to transfer. So now let's talk about the general requirements. Oh my god, I can't speak today. So the very first thing is that for most universities, you need to fill an application form, and then you also need to provide your transcripts and your certificate showing that you've done some years of university schooling, or let's say you've had some university credits. And then of course you have to pay an application fee. And then in some universities they ask for a language certificate. That's why I put in some cases, it's not in every case. And then they'll ask you to write a personal statement or an essay, and then you have to provide letters of recommendation or a letter of recommendation depending on the school. So now that we've spoken about all these basic things, let's get into the universities in Japan that accept transfer students. So the very first university I have right here is Temple University, the Japan campus. So let's look at it. So this is for the undergraduate program. So they say students who wish to transfer to Temple University, Japan must submit the required admission application documents. Students with 30 or more college level semester credits are not required to submit high school transcripts. Okay. So if you're a native English speaker, we are a test optional school. If you believe an SAT or ACT score will complement your application, you should submit your scores. If you're a non-native English speaker, then you need to provide any of these tests unless an applicant has been approved for a waiver based on their college transcript or age. See admission qualifications. Okay, let's see. So the following qualifications represent the minimum criteria for admission. So if you have a completion of high school certificate, and then you have a minimum GPA of this, that's for students who are seeking a visa. For those who are not seeking a student visa, they need this. And then test score requirement. If you're a non-native speaker, then you're required to have this scores for the various exams. They are unable to accept scores from TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition and IELTS indicator. But if you have less than the score, those applicants may be conditionally admitted to the undergraduate program as a participant in the bridge program. Please see the details. Okay, so yeah, I'll just end here. So let's go back to this page, admissions application. So you have to complete an online application form. You have to type a personalized statement in English or write an essay. It should be 250 to 400 words. It should describe your long-term personal, academic, or career goals. or share any other information pertaining to academic goals that the applicant would like the admissions office to consider. It should be typed or pasted into relevant field. And then the test we saw already, your transcript, your high school transcript. But of course, if you have some courses from the university, then you don't have to provide this. If you have 30 or more college level courses, then you don't need to. And then the application fee in this case is 10,500. Okay, so now let's look at the majors. So they have arts, they have Asian studies, they have communication, international affairs, general studies, economics, international business studies, Japanese language, political science, and psychological studies. So for computer science and information science and technology, it's a 2+2 program, BA and BS. So the first 2 years are at Temple University Japan campus, and then the other 2 are in Philadelphia. So yes, so bear that in mind. So now I'm going to move to the next university. So if you're interested in Temple University, then you should look through it in detail. So the Faculty of Science and Technology accepts applications from first year students and junior level transfer students. So junior level is 3rd year. So for first year, this is what you should have. All of these things. My interest is on transfer, so I'll just go straight to that. So for transfer, applicants who meet one or more of the following criteria may apply for entrance to Faculty of Science and Technology as a transfer student. Those who do not meet either of the following qualifications should apply as a first year student. The very first one is that those who have completed or are expected to complete 2 full academic years at a bachelor's degree conferring institution as degree seeking students. And then those who have completed or are expected to complete an associate degree in arts or science. So even if you are accepted to junior year, you may need more than 2 years to complete your degree at Sophia University, which is just the same thing I said, because you would have, or you might have, a lot of courses to take, and 2 years might not just be enough for you to complete the courses. So yes, so as we've seen, this is a Faculty of Science and Technology. So let's just see. Okay, let's just look at the major and the courses. So for Faculty of Science and Technology, 2 English conducted programs are offered. So they have green science and then they have green engineering as well. So those are the programs that they offer. So the next one is, so APU is Asia Pacific University, Ritumekan. So let's look at the transfer in this case. Let's just dismiss. So APU accepts applications for 2nd year transfer and 3rd year transfer students for both the College of Asia Pacific Studies and College of International Management. So bear that in mind. So if you attend APU as a transfer student, you are awarded with a general credit package based on your year of enrollment. 2nd year transfer students are awarded up to 30 credits, and 3rd year transfer students are awarded up to 62 credits. Receiving a general credit package also means that course names of classes taken before attending APU will not appear on your APU transcript, and grades will not be calculated into your GPA. To get detailed information on these topics and other topics such as subject-based credit transfer, make sure to attend the relevant guidance session for new students after you arrive at APU. So anyway, this is just general information about credit transfer. So as we've seen, the courses are for College of Asia Pacific Studies and the majors, and College of International Management. So what else is yet to know? So second year transfer students who enroll on an English basis are required to take Japanese courses to graduate from APU. The Japanese class that you start out in is based on the results of the placement test taken after arriving at APU anyway. And then same here, third year students are generally not allowed to take language subjects. Okay. Japanese language classes for English based students okay. However, if certain requirements are met, registration of these subjects may be permitted. I see. So in this case it's a requirement. But in this case it's really not a requirement. Okay. So if you're considering transferring to APU and taking language classes, is a priority for you, it is highly recommended that you apply as a second year transfer student, even if you have already completed your associate degree or 2 years of undergraduate studies. So if you really want to take language classes, then you should apply as a second year. But if it's not a requirement, then just come as a third year. So admission requirements and application processes differ depending on where you reside. Review the following links for information on how to apply. Transferring from outside here, transferring from Japan here. So if Asia Pacific University interests you, then I would recommend that you check it out. So let's look at it. So although transfer credits will not be determined until you enroll at ICU, we would like to provide information about credit transfer to give you some idea which of the courses may or may not be granted credit at ICU. So courses eligible for transfer of credits. Students who have completed courses at other universities before entering ICU may transfer those credits if the courses are considered equivalent to courses offered at ICU, are approved as being applicable towards graduation requirements, and the grades received were C. And then they have a maximum. So if you've spent more than 1 year at the university, they can transfer up to 60. Up to 12 credits of general education, 1 credit of health and physical education, 1 credit of physical education exercise courses, 9 credits of foundation courses, and 41 credits of elective courses may be transferred. So when declaring your major, it may be possible to transfer foundation and elective courses as major courses. Okay. And then this is just the conversion. The number of years required for graduation. So the minimum number of years transfer students must complete at ICU is 3 years. And the maximum number of enrollments for such students is 6 years. Please note that the calculation may differ if you attend more than 1 universities, and it may take you longer to complete the program than the above mentioned minimum number of years, depending on the number of transferred credit units. So I already spoke about that when I spoke about the points to note. So let's see. I want to see the courses that are up for transfer. So let's see academics. Majors. Okay. So they have humanities. I mean, they didn't state which ones are up to transfer, but these are just the majors that this university offers for undergraduate students. So they have humanities, they have economics and business, they have history, they have politics and international relations, they have society, culture and media, natural sciences, education and language education, psychology and linguistics. Okay. So yeah, I guess you have a lot of information about it now. So if International Christian University interests you, then I'll recommend that you go through it in detail, and then you get all the information that you need to get, and then you check when their application period is so that you can apply. Okay, so I already checked the department. and it's called Global Science. So the application period has already passed for this year, unfortunately. So it was from January 25th until March 24th. So, and then the deadline for evaluation was March 31st. Eligibility. So prospective students who wish to apply to Global Science course undergraduate transfer program must fulfill the criteria listed below. So prospective students must have received a minimum of 6 years of secondary, that's junior and high school, a minimum of 2 years of post-secondary, so university outside of Japan, and then post-secondary education. Prospective students must be a full-time university student who has successfully completed or will be completing their first 2 years of undergraduate studies at an accredited higher educational institute before enrolling in the Global Science course. So prospective students must have completed basic undergraduate level classes in chemistry and at least 2 of the following subjects before applying to GSC. So at least 2 of these, either mathematics and physics, physics and biology, or biology and mathematics, something like that. And then the credits. Prospective students must have gained a minimum of 62 credits corresponding to the University of Tokyo credit system before applying to GSC. Language. You must have a good command of English language, as all the classes and lab sessions are conducted in English. So this is it. So yeah, this is all that I'll be showing you. So this is the program that accepts transfer in the University of Tokyo. So if this is a program you're interested in, then I recommend that you look at it in detail. So you have credit transfer for newly admitted transfer students. So newly admitted transfer students must submit the documents listed below in order for the administration to best determine the transfer of credit from previously attended colleges or universities. So credits obtained from another university may be transferred towards your BA at TIU. So you get a bachelor's degree in arts, not in science, as I can see from here. And then they can transfer up to 36 credits earned at another university. For students who come as second year transfer, for those who come as third year, they can transfer up to 62. And then some courses may be eligible to transfer directly. Okay. Transfer credits will not be calculated into the cumulative GPA. Okay. So the documents you have to provide, they are right here, your transcript. Oh. I mean, if you're interested, you should look at this. Oh, the deadline is still open. Okay. If this is something you're interested in, then I recommend that you work on it. So let's see. So what courses do they offer? That's what I'm interested in now. Okay, the E-Track program offers a fully accredited bachelor's degree in the English medium. There are 2 majors you can select. So you have business economics and international relations. In addition, students will participate in academic literacy, liberal arts, and Japan studies courses to meet graduation requirements. Okay. So if Tokyo International University is of interest to you, then I recommend that you go through their website in detail, and then you get all the information about the majors and then how to apply, and then you proceed to apply. So admissions by transfer is open to prospective students who wish to enter as a second year student. We accept a small number of transfer students, though the precise figure is not predetermined. So the degree programs, you have Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, you have Economics, you have Global Political Economy. So admitted students will enter as second year students of a 4-year program. Okay. And then the screening method. Admission decisions are based on a screening of the application documents. We invite applicants to an interview only if needed. You will be screened in a holistic manner based on your application documents. Okay. So the application period has already ended. It was until March 31st. So these are the documents that you need to provide. I know that in the other universities, I did not really show the list of the documents and all of that, but I just want to give you an idea of the universities that accept transfer, and if this is something you're interested in, or if you're interested in a particular university, then you can go ahead to research more about the university on your own. So anyway, this is about WASEDA, so we know that these are the degree programs they offer for transfer. So yeah, so I guess this is enough. So the next one is Shisha University, and you know our keyword already, transfer. So let's see. So they have like an eligibility, so you can check your eligibility. So let's go through this. So first of all, can I apply? Okay, so the very first thing is English language proficiency. So if you satisfy one of these requirements, then you can proceed to the next. If not, you fall here. So let's check. First of all, are you a native speaker of English? If not, okay, let's move. Do you have 12 years or more of education in English? Do you have a test result from any of this? If you do, or if you have 12 years or more of education in English, then you can go down. If not, unfortunately, please reconsider the ILA when your English has reached the required level. Okay, so maybe now they are not taking you when your English is, maybe when you have your test scores to be here, then you can proceed. And then if it's yes, we look at educational background. Do you have 12 years of education outside of Japan? If you do, we go down. Or do you have a university entrance qualification? For example, you have any of this? If yes, okay. 12 years of education. If yes, okay. Graduation diploma from high school accredited by the Japanese Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology. If yes. If no, unfortunately, please reconsider the ILA when your educational background has reached the required level, or you may consider non-traditional admissions. And then the next one, so if it's yes, then you're eligible to apply as a first year applicant. Okay, I see. So if until now everything you answered is yes, then you can apply as a first year applicant. Can I apply as a transfer? So let's see. In addition to above educational background, do you satisfy one of the following? So 2 full academic years at one undergraduate degree conferring institution as a regular student. If yes, okay. Or graduation from 2-year college. If yes, okay. If no, then you consider non-traditional admission. So if it's yes, then you are eligible to apply as a transfer applicant. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so let's look at academics, the courses or the majors offered in this university or for transfer. So you have human and human sciences, you have business and economics, you have politics and policy studies. So again, if you're interested in this program or in this university's program, then I recommend that you go in depth about it. So English medium program transfer admissions. Application guidelines for 2021 intake are now available. Okay. Oh, this was from December 25th. I don't know if it's still open until now. But anyway, let's see. So English medium program transfer admissions as second year students will start receiving application online from this year. So let's look at, okay, so the department that accepts transfer is, you have, or the faculty, you have economics and then you have letters. Okay. Capacity, a few students. Application period is from 15th March until 15th April. Unfortunately, it has ended. So the higher institution attended is equivalent to a university or other higher education institution in Japan. The grades obtained in the university or other higher institution, as well as in the previous schools, are eligible to allow admissions to Soka University. The credits obtained in the university are equivalent. Okay. So eligibility, you've completed at least 1 year of study in a university, including overseas. Graduated or is expected to graduate from a 2-year college. Among those who graduated from technical school, an individual who graduated or is expected to graduate from a program recognized by the Japanese Ministry of Education, an individual who graduated or is expected to graduate from a vocational school. Okay, so application for Faculty of Economics and Letters. Applicants must submit their English proficiency score of 61 or more in TOEFL IBT or 5.5 or more in IELTS academic module. However, those who have taken 6 years of junior high school and high school in English in either Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, United Kingdom, or United States are able to submit their transcripts. So the required documents and all of that. Application fee is 20,000. Okay, I think you have an idea. Oh, okay, scholarship information. For most of these universities, the one thing I didn't mention is that they have tuition fee exemption. So they give like a percentage discount. I don't know how they determine how the percentage that they give you. In this case, they say it's according to household annual income, but I think in some maybe it's like your results from your previous university. So I'll just recommend that you check with the university you're interested in about their scholarship system or about their tuition fee exemption system. Okay, so the following schools accept students entering with as well as without a degree. The eligibility of applicants and screening methods vary by school. Please directly contact the school you are interested in. Okay, so let's see. So the schools that accept transfers, you can see third year. So you have School of Letters, you have School of Human Sciences, you have School of Foreign Studies, you have Law, you have Economics, you have Science, you have Faculty of Medicine and Division of Health Sciences, you have School of Dentistry, you have School of Engineering and School of Engineering Science. So again, I'll just leave it as it is here. So if you're interested in any of the schools that I've mentioned, I would still emphasize that you check with the school, you go through the program in detail, contact the particular school you're interested in to ask them more about your situation. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me. This video was very long, but yeah, if you have any questions for me, please leave it in the comment section. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.